Hey guys. All right, welcome to day 2 of our June squats to trots. All right, so today we are focusing more on the core. So the biggest thing is to engage. This is gonna help you, especially when you're on the horse, but even as you're mounting, you gotta be able to tighten up to help pull. So the more we can engage and actually use all the muscles of your core, the better. So we're gonna warm up first. As you hop on, everybody say hi. If you're watching replay, say replay. I'd like to get to know everybody. So we're gonna kind of start out same way. We're just gonna jog in place, get the muscles loose and warm. Warming up here. Kind of shake everything out. We're gonna go back to those knee pulls. Pull it up and down. Good. It's gonna help balance, pulling those knees up. So our big goal is to help gain some mobility. Hold it. Good. All right, so now we're gonna go into hurdles. Over, over. Rotate the hips. The higher you can go, the better. If you need to go slower, that's fine. Hips should feel like they're getting worked, but looser. Good. All right, so now we're gonna step, reach. Good. We got Haley on. Haley remembered today. Good, stretch and reach. All right, now we're gonna go around the world. So plant your feet a little wider than hip width, hands behind your ears. We're gonna go over, down, hold that core tight, over and up. Again, over, down, over and up. So really tighten that core in as you're sticking your butt out when you come forward. Last one this way, and then we're gonna switch. Down and around. Good. Couple more. Warming everything up here. Then we're gonna start our workout. We're gonna start with some pelvic tilts. So the more you can control your body, the more you control your horse. Good. All right. So we're gonna start with pelvic tilts. Good news for anybody that's done past challenges, everything today will be standing up. So we're gonna focus on pelvic tilts. So right now we're nice and straight, butt is nice and straight. I want you to roll your hips, squeeze your butt. This is their big motion for the first part. So there's gonna be a slight bend in your knees, but you're going nice and straight. Tighten that core, roll. And I want you to add an exhale as you roll. So inhale, exhale. So you're gonna feel really stupid in the beginning, but we're gonna add this to some of our others. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to those deadlifts that we did. Today's weight free. So you're going to, again, stick your butt out. Hands go down. Now I want you to step one foot back, reach for the ground, come up, push your hips forward. Step in, butt stays back, and stand, all right? So down, step that foot back, reach for the ground, lift your chest, roll your hips, in, and stand. So again, we're adding some more complex moves this time around. Stand, push your hips, good. And stand. So again, as you come down, I want your core tight. So we don't want round back. We don't want super arched back where our butt, there's a big arch right here. So we want nice and flat. Step, lift, push your hips. Good. Feel that stretch and stand. Good. At the top, I want you to add an extra pelvic tilt right here. So pelvic tilted up. So the pelvic tilts are going to be really good for when you're trying to stop the horse. Good. These are going to be your last two. Good. And hold it and up. Step, control it. Here and up. Good. All right. Our next one, we're going into that sumo position. So feet are going to be wide now. Feet are wide. Toes are pointed out kind of at a 45-degree angle. We're going to sumo down, and I want you to, it's going to be really awkward, guys. I'm just going to warn you. So in your sumo, I want you to roll your hips. Roll your hips. Again, it's going to be really awkward. Hopefully nobody walks in on you. Right here. Haley's going to love this one, or at least Jamie will. Right here. Roll and kick it out from the side. Sumo squat here. Roll, kick it out. Tighten your core. Roll, kick it out. Roll. So again, you should feel it in your hips. You should feel it in your core a little bit because you're rolling it. Right here. All right, now you're gonna stay in those sumos. Legs are gonna feel it here. We're gonna pull it in here. Control it down. Squat, lift, stand. Squat, lift, stand. Good. Control. So this is all about control. As we lower down here, I want you going nice and even. Stand, lift, control it down. So your pelvic floor right here has to really take action. You're adding some oblique action, a little bit of everything working together. Hold it, squeeze here. So I want you to really add a pelvic tilt here. Hold it. Good. One more on each side. Pelvic tilt. Push. Good. Pelvic tilt. Good. All right, shake it out. All right, so those are our pelvic floor. We're gonna run through them again. So again, this one doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it's one of the most important ones when you're on the horse especially. What we're doing is adding in some extra flexibility, mobility, and you need to be able to push yourself off, hold that core tight, and get that mobility in your hips for when you're mounting. All right, we're going back to the deadlift one. So again, there's a lot of stuff in this complex. All right, here we go. Feet hip width apart. Shoulders back. I want you to tighten up, tuck your butt. Now we push our butt out. Slide your hands down. We're going to reach for the floor. Try to get as low as you can. Now you're going to lift your body, push your hips, reach for the floor, stand, roll your hips again. Again, down, reach for the floor, lift, push your hips. Good. Reach for the floor, stand. Good. Squeeze that butt at the top. Reach. Good. This is adding that extra stretch for your hips, for mobility here. Push your hips in. Good. So, just to get your foot in the saddle, into the stirrup, you need balance to get it there. You're going to need flexibility to get it there. So this is what this is working on. Good. So we're stepping it back, standing up, roll, push. So this one shouldn't feel quite as torturous as last time, or as yesterday. Lift, push. She's gonna feel a little more awkward. Good. Last one here. Lift, push, together, and up. Push that butt. All right, now we're going into those sumo. All right, feet wide, Squat it down. So in this position, I want your back nice and straight. So again, we're not having the big arch in our back where our booty's really back and our chest is pointed out. We're kind of tucking our hips here so we're straight. Nice straight back. If you're against a wall, everything would touch. So now we roll our hips and push. Roll back to center. So when you're on a horse, as you ask them to slow down in your transitions, this is your key right here. So you should feel it inner thighs. I'll try to get my shirt out of the way for you. You should feel it inner thighs here, right here. Back to center. Roll. Should feel it all in your legs right there. Back to center. So this is for any discipline. Gaited horses, trotting, cantering, stopping. So every discipline is gonna use this motion right here. The more you can get this motion down, the more your horse is gonna respond and you're gonna have less muscling around. They're gonna feel it. All right, so now we're going, hold it, down, squat, stand and press, do that pelvic tilt right here. So again, pelvic tilt, we're adding balance, down. Balance adds a lot of core work. And just to get your foot in the saddle, you're gonna have to have some balance help. So again, we are still focused on saddle work and help to get your form down. But this week we are adding a lot of focus on mounting. So I had a lot of requests to help them mount as a just in case. They don't do it all the time, but they want to be able to do it just in case they're out on a trail ride and have to be able to do it themselves. Good. All right, shake it off. All right. Now we've added some core in there, but now we're really gonna focus on the core. So when you engage, there is a difference between sucking in like you're gonna be taking a picture and you're just trying to get skinny. We want where you're almost tightening it. It's going out a little bit, but you're just tightening it up. Pretend like somebody's about to come and do a sucker punch on you or tickle you. You're gonna brace for it. You're gonna brace and relax. Brace where you feel it and relax. So exhale, inhale. Add the breath to it. It'll help contract all the right muscles. Okay, so that's what you need to focus on right now. When I say engage, actually tighten up, not suck in. So tighten up. All right, we're going back to our sumo squats, so your legs should be burning. Hands behind the ears, and we're going side, center, side, center. Again, go as low as you can without getting rid of your form. So if you're really having to straighten a leg, if you're really having to stick a booty out, don't go as low. Right here, so shoulders stay back. As you ride, your shoulders have to stay back, down, and relaxed. So you don't want them pinching up. Good. So the lower you can get, the better. Right here. You might notice one side stiffer than the other. Exhale. Here. Exhale on the way down. Tighten. Good. Couple more. All right, last one. All right, you're gonna stay in this pelvic or in this sumo squat. Now we're gonna add the pelvic tilt that we did before, but we're adding a crunch to it. So you're crunching down, come back up. Good. So a little standing abs. Change your feet if you need to. Right here. Good. So we're rolling the hips. Exhale, engage the abs. Tighten. So don't speed through this. Tighten. Good. Couple more. I know this is a really awkward video. You're working a lot of small muscles that I want you to engage, and I want you to focus more like you're in the saddle. All our other videos have been done on the ground for this section of it, where we do a lot of bridges, a lot of crunches, but now we're doing them standing. All right, now we're gonna add a balance again. So now a knee is gonna come across the body. We're coming down. So again, hands are behind the ears. Add the breathing. Knee comes up as high as you can. Cross it over. Cross. Good. Straight. Straight. Good. Couple more. Almost there. Last one. Okay, guess what? Back to sumo. All right, sumo. We're going to rotate where now you're in a lunge. So back leg is going to be straight. You're going to take it, lean it over, up and in. Rotate, lean, up and in. Anytime you lean your upper body over, just like we did in those deadlifts, you're engaging your core right here. So you better engage it, up and in. Good. If you can now, the next time around, I want you to see if you can go arms out. That's just gonna add a little more resistance. It's gonna make sure your shoulders are staying back. Lean, up, good. So rotate. So again, toes are turned out, so when I come around, my toes pretty much straight for where I want to go. As I'm dropping down, my weight is going into my heel, and my butt is kind of coming back right here. Good. Couple more. Arms, lean, up, and in. Good. Rotate, arms, up. Keep your neck nice and straight, and in. All right, shake it out. Anybody has any questions, let me know. All right. By far the most attractive moves, yes. I aim to please here, what can I say? All right, we're gonna go through those abs again. All right, going back to sumo. Arms back, so pinch those blades together, and we're going side to side. Good. Add the breathing. Good. Right here. Keep those abs engaged. Good, couple more. Feel it right here. Last two. Good. All right. Now we're keeping this and we're crunching it. So we're stopping the horse, pulling it back. So you can add the arms if you need to. Wherever you need to put them to get the job done here. Roll the hips, crunch it in. If we were a reiner, we're doing a big reining stop here. So we're galloping the horse down, we're nice and strong. We roll the hips and we're crunching down. It's a little standing abs. The more you actually contract and make it work, the more you're going to work it. Good, a couple more. Last one. All right, balance time. Cross the knee. Again, the more you contract those abs, you'll actually feel your obliques working, and you're not just going through the movements. So contract and up. So you can have the same move you're doing and just flow through the movement and not actually accomplishing anything. Good. So we want to be aware riding is all about body awareness. The more you are aware of your body, the more your horse will be aware of your body. Hold. Couple more. Getting those hips up and down. All right. Last exercise. All right. We're going back to the sumo. So your toes are turned out. Your back is nice and straight. We are rotating. Leg is straight. Lean. Hold. Up and in. Okay. As you lean, you have to engage your core. If not, everything falls apart. You might start to feel it in your lower back if you're not holding yourself up with your core. So I can lean more forward, but my core has to be more engaged. Rotate, leg is straight, arms up. As I lean, I have to engage. Yes, you are feeling it in the back of your leg, but I want you to engage, really tighten it up. Good. Ready? Arms up, lean, tighten it up, up. Be aware of what you're doing. Don't just flow through the movements here. Last few. Hold it. How far can you lean forward? Good. Last time. Hold it. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Stand. Good job. All right, shake it out. We're gonna stretch it out. I know those legs are sore. But what I really wanna know from the questions today, your question of the day, is gonna be, if I told you to tighten up your core, do you actually know what that feels like now? So if you're on a horse and I say, roll your hips or tighten up, do you know what that feels like? I wanna know if, and people that have done one day, like 1 week versus the other by laying down ones, which ones you could start to really feel and engage. All right, so I want you pushing those hips forward. Good. We're gonna add a little rotation here. So opposite hand for your leg, reach down and across, and keep the other hand on your back to give you a rotate. Good. Switch. We're gonna go down dog. Push through. You can give it a little walk here. Leg comes back through. Stand, push your hips. Cross it. Right here. So again, we're working on that mobility and flexibility of your hips, which is why I did them standing today. Press down. I wanted to add a little bit more balance, a little bit more flexibility and mobility for your hips to really help you get that foot in the stirrup. So you have to have the strength to push up, but you gotta get your foot there first. All right, feet wide as you walk it in. Hold it. All right, we're going back to that goddess pose here. So you're pressing down as low as you can go. Hands together if you can. Press those hips down and open. Hand down, press your hips up. Good. Hands down, back to like a prayer hand here if you can. Hands down, hips up. Good. Hips down, last time here. Stand it up. I want your feet just a little bit closer, and I want to put your hands on your knees, and I want you to drop your back, push up through. So it's like cat-cow, and exhale here. So you're arching your back. Now give it here, butt goes out, big exhale. Stand it all the way up. I'm gonna do a little shoulder stretch, or chest stretch. Mine's a little sore from yesterday. All right, now you can either do the sitting or standing. I'm probably gonna fall around. Balance on one leg, cross it over, set back into your figure four. Find something to focus on if you're standing. Get that outside hip stretched. Hold it. Switch it. Okay. Find something to focus on. Flex that foot. And drop. Keep that foot flexed. Find your focus point. Again, you should feel that in the outside of your hips. And the foot that's on the ground, the weight of yourself is in your heel. So keeping your weight back and stand. All right, I'm just gonna do a little shoulder stretch here. All right, switch it here. Arms up, stretch it. All right. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be yoga. We're gonna add a lot more flexibility, mobility. We're gonna stretch everything out a little more. I have some programs in the works. I have one that's that I use personally, that's an online fitness program that I can get you guys set up with. And I have some specials on that if you do it by the end of this week, after our program, if you want to kind of keep it going. And I have my own program that'll be specifically for equestrians that I'm doing, so you'll have videos and everything to go with that. So it's in the works, but if you want the other online one to kind of hold you over until I get that through, let me know, and I'll keep you posted on my program as soon as it's done. So I have it in the works, it's in the writing phase, so I just gotta film it and get it out to you guys, and we'll have some extra specials on that for any of my free challenge people. So we'll get that going. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Answer your daily question. If I get enough people engaging, I will have a free prize, and it's gonna be a shirt. So if you answer your questions, you'll get entered into the raffle at the end. So remember, if I told you to roll your hips, if you're in the saddle and I said roll your hips, squeeze your butt, roll your hips, engage your abs, would you know what that meant? Engage your core, roll your hips. Those are your two things. Would you know what that meant? All right, so let me know and tell me how you're doing. Bye, guys.